Stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness, family. You never know what the day gonna bring, man. But I'm out here practicing what I teach. I'm in the highest vibration of myself. I hope this moment find y'all in the highest vibration of yourself, no matter what the weather may bring in your day, regardless of where you located, man. I hope we all feeling good for no reason at all. You know, I'm feeling good for no reason at all. You know, winter, spring, summer, fall. We gotta do what we gotta do. But I'm out here just breathing in this good fresh air, this good fresh ether, raising my vibration before we go inside and get this meditation in. You know, embracing nature and the traffic and the frequency. You know, all the energy. Just listening to life. You know, to get away from it all, sometimes you just gotta absorb yourself in it and integrate it all within yourself, and then nothing bothers you. So that's kind of like the place I've been since I got up in my grand rising. You know, got up, and set it off how I wanted to go. So I'm in a very high vibration and high vibration and frequency at this moment, as most of my moments, you know, because only you can do it. But yeah, I just came out here to take a minute to breathe in some of this good fresh air, prana, before we tap in. And until then, I'll get with y'all in a minute, family. Peace. Greetings, family. Stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness. 3 times. I open the door and welcome y'all to a protected, highly vibrational, and frequency energetic space. Enter at your own risk. We're just gonna sit in the light of ourselves for a moment. We welcome the ancestors, the spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, cosmic and divine beings, to assist and guide and give us inspiration and integration of higher frequencies of information to help us in our journey. Ashe. I hope everybody feeling good for no reason at all. It's me, it is I, it is him, your host and co-pilot, Sawu the God under divine direction of source, as we all guide and direct ourselves in the inner being of our higher self. I'm feeling good for no reason at all. I hope the family ready to be ready, because we ain't got time to get ready, you hear me? Every time I present myself, I try to present myself in the highest frequency that I could possibly be. Because it ain't no other way to present yourself to people. We got to get good at feeling good. I'm going to say that again. We got to get good at feeling good, y'all. For no reason at all. You hear me? How much do you have to gain before you lose yourself? You ever find yourself wondering that? How much do you have to gain before you lose yourself? Or are you losing yourself in what you are gaining? Because I ask myself all kind of questions, you know. What will you need if dark days come? What will I need if dark days come? Because I'm sure whoever come across this, everybody will have something different in what they may need if dark days come, you know. But I hope you got your light. If you think you need anything, you're going to need your light. Once you know it, you got to believe it. When you believe it, then you must know it. When you know it, then you must become it. When you become it, just be. You can't control what they, them, or those do, but you can control what you do. Sometimes that's gonna be the only thing that matters. What happens in somebody else's life is not necessarily your business unless you're invited into it. Your energy, too important. Your energy too important to be worried about what's happening in somebody else's house. See, I had some growing up to do, and growing up, these are things that life had you addressing and have you looking at, so you could correct things in yourself and be assistance in others correcting themselves, because there's levels to this. But how I look at life today, in reflection of myself, I'm saying to the family, your energy too important to be gossiping about what's happening in somebody else's house when your own messy. Because most of us merely talk about the positives that we see going on in the people's lives that we do know. Yet alone, how those positives may have been an example or a light in our life. And even fewer will admit it. Your energy, too important to be worried about anything but your energy. Now that sounds selfish, but in wholeness of application, it's not selfish at all. Everyone you meet and everyone you know holds the universe within them, just like you. No one can leave from behind. No one can leave from behind. And you can't be happy being used to feeling bad. Get up, set up, and set it off when you get going. I used to be, we all probably our worst critics. And for anybody who's their worst critic, I'm just to say this. Don't beat up on yourself when you're feeling bad or negative. Find something else, anything else, that will make you feel better and help you raise your frequency, and focus on only that until you're out that dark place or you out that shadow. We this close, y'all. We this close, family, to having a life better than anybody you know. You know why? Because it starts with you. Everybody won't catch that. But I say that to say this. When you come into your true power, you never feel bad about the things you used to think you shouldn't have to do or didn't want to do, because you're looking at it from a different lens. It's called growing up, maturity. There's a difference in the mind of man, that is man, and the mind of man, that is God. I'm gonna repeat that. There is a difference in the mind of man, that is a man, and the mind in man, that is God. 4 power words. 4 power words of feeling. Easy, comfortable, secure, and me. Now, if you say those words to yourself, you will feel something. You know. I said that to say this. You ain't got to be where you think you ought to be in order to be happy. You ain't got to be where you think you ought to be in order for you to be happy. And you ain't got to have nothing either. You just got to be on the way to where you want to be in order to be happy. And it should make you happy knowing that. You're welcome. It's not the destination, it's the journey. I'm not the world, I am in it, because there is no end. Thoughts travel at the speed of light, family. Before we go into that, I'm going to give y'all another card for the day to radiate some energy and give y'all something to study on your own time. I don't even know what it is. Seed of life. And the flower of life. Ain't that something? Something to go study. The flower of life in another form is Metatron's cube. I am him. We're going to proceed to the ADK Bk2, Law of Life, Ascended Masters, Cosmic and Divine Beings. As y'all can tell, I'm still feeling good for no reason at all. Because energy is something that you have to learn how to hold. You have to learn how to hold and then carry the energy that you want to be in. Because if you used to feeling bad, and I know what being used to feeling bad feel like, because I had got used to feeling bad for a long time. When I got used to feeling bad and decided to get up out it, you'll change something. We're on page 389. We're still in Angelic host, and we're starting from the 4th ray today. 389 for those who have books. The 4th ray. The 4th ray represents purity. It is the action of clarity to clarify ideas, make things clear. The 4th activity of one's life is to have the humility and purity to hold to the original plan or design for a particular creation or manifestation and not desire to change it. I ain't come to change the law. I came to stand on it. But in standing on it, I came to do it like it never been done before. The 4th principle is the requirement of bringing it forth in perfection, keeping the service impersonal. Nothing is personal in life. And the higher we grow in the evolution of our expansion, we'll come to find out really what that means. Nothing is personal. Architects, engineers, builders, musicians, and artists come under this ray. Artists are on the 4th ray as well as on the 3rd. The color is white or crystal. The jewel is the white diamond. The Chohan is Serapis Bay. The 5th ray is the ray of science, of precipitation, etherealization, levitation, and healing. The understanding of the scientific exactitude of these powers. Truth, dealing in actual facts. The Mosaic law under the 2,000-year cycle of the 5th ray was the scientific presentation and action of the cosmic law. Under the fifth ray comes the understanding of the mathematical accuracy of the laws of creation. Concentration brings one to consecrate all his energies to that one activity or purpose, one single focus. Concentration brings you to consecrate all your energies to the one activity or purpose of your desire. Consecrate your mind, body, and activities to serve in the light. This means self, the outer self, must surrender. Meditation helps you bring your outer self into submission or surrendering to higher activities. To be in the state of listening, grace, one must be selfless, which comes through self-surrender. Once again, meditation is an activity of self-surrender. The fifth ray activity is that of vocation, to have some special activity, then concentrate on it, think of it often, stay with it, follow through on it, concentrate upon it, and do not diversify in a number of other things. You can't be distracted like Peter, quote unquote, did on the water, because when Peter got distracted, he sunk. Just to use an analogy for those who into the Bible. The qualities and the activities of this ray are concentration, consecration, and healing. Concentration, and healing. Doctors, nurses, healers, inventors, and scientists come under this ray. The color is bright green. The jewel is the emerald. The Chohan is Hilarion. The sixth ray. The sixth ray cycle of 2,000 years, now closing under the Piscean age. It was designed to supersede the scientific action of exactitude, the Mosaic law, by the activity of devotion, forgiveness, mercy, and grace. Spiritual nourishment comes under this ray, the radiation of spiritual vitality to all life as well as to mankind. It is the ray of devotional worship and faith in God. It is the ray of peace, tranquility, healing, ministration, and the assistance to harmonize, to reestablish, and hold harmony. It is the expansion of service and the sustaining power. It is the action of enfolding peace of the Elohim of peace to hold sustained harmony, which makes manifestations permanent. The qualities or activities are devotion, ministration, and peace. Ministers, priests, and healers come under this ray. The color is ruby, deep pink, or gold. The jewel is the ruby. Lady Master Nada has accepted the Chohanship of this ray for the time being, releasing the beloved Yahshua, who has held this position since his ascension. The seventh ray is the ray of freedom. Let freedom reign, y'all. The seventh ray is the ray of freedom. The seventh ray is the ray of freedom. Freedom comes from the crown. The seventh, the violet ray, has now become active on the earth. Everybody getting crown chakra activation, downloads. It is the ceremonial ray, the ray of conscious invocation, expansion, ascension, by which the quality of energy is changed. It will be the predominant vibration for the earth for the next 2,000-year cycle. Its action is that of purification and redemption. It is the ray of sublimation and transmutation, and also that of magnetization. The magnetic frequency now. Magnetic frequency. More use of the magnetic frequency in our electromagnetic field. We are electromagnetic beings, but it's time for us to be more magnetic. That's why law of attraction is so popular. The violet flame, the flame of transmutation, is the divine alchemy which resurrects and perfects energy. This provides the opportunity to make things right. Redemption, resurrection. The ceremonial ray enables the individual to consciously change the quality of energy at will in oneself and the world about you. It's alchemy. Alchemy is transmutation. This ray also gives opportunity to render cosmic surface along with individual development. The activity of the seventh ray is transubstantiation, conscious transmutation, which results in divine alchemy. It is a science, a drawing of energy into a form or condition to change it. This is done through invocation and visualizing, thus focusing your energy. And when the intelligence in your energy acts, substance changes. Individuals are ordinarily unconsciously changing the pure energy they receive from the presence with imperfect qualities through thought. The seventh ray activity is to change and qualify energy consciously into perfection again. The violet flame is the flame of forgiveness. It is the activity or power used in etherealization. This action is used on other planets to transmute and return the substance back to the universal of anything which has fulfilled its service and is of no further use. This includes their physical bodies at the end of a lifetime, a life service. Etherealization is simply releasing the electrons back into the unformed, ready to be used again in composing new forms or other manifestations. The violet flame is used in all higher realms. It is used by divine and ascended beings to etherealize whatever has come forth or been drawn forth in any realm that was not used or utilized, as well as all that which has been utilized and has completed its service, thereby returning the substance back into that particular realm for use again. Life is very conservative. Everything recycles. Energy just changes form. The action of the seventh ray is not only that of the transmuting violet flame for purification, but in it is also the action to invoke or magnetize and radiate. This is its use on other planets where it is not required for purification, as is the case here on Earth. The activity of the seventh ray is to draw the sacred fire through the power of invocation, through the invocative power of thought, feelings, and spoken word. The threefold flame is the magnet within an individual that draws primal life from your source, God. He, through thought and feeling, colors or qualifies that primal life in which he is today is the result of that. Thus, you create your own aura, your sphere of influence. Let me reread that in our language. The threefold flame is the magnet within an individual, within you, that draws primal life from the source in you, God. You, through thought and feeling, colors or qualifies that primal life in you. What you are today is the result of that. Thus, you create your own aura, your own sphere of influence. It is known that rapid vibrations rise. They are drawn to the realms of light where the frequency is rapid. Most of us can't see something vibrating higher than us. While the slower or heavier ones descend or sink and stay in the atmosphere of Earth. That is why the perfection from the realms of light must be drawn down, meaning drawn up. And in order to do that, there must be a magnetic center, a magnetization by which it is drawn and then radiated out. This is done through individuals and through groups. We're doing it right now. If you're here with me, you're supposed to be. This is the service of the seventh ray. The primary action of this ray is invocation. The powers must be invoked by someone abiding in the realm which is to be blessed. That is a requirement of the great law governing the universe. Otherwise, the ascended masters could have perfected this world long ago. Yahshua went into the psychic realm, hell, in cooperation with the law during that period, 3 days, in the tomb to invoke the powers into that realm, in the womb. People must use the power of invocation to invoke the sacred fire and direct and dispense it through themselves into the atmosphere to bring about the blessings required here. The difference between the use of the powers of invocation of the past and now is in the past they were used through prayer or some other manner, mainly to nourish mankind. Now they are being used for the freedom of mankind, elemental life, and the earth itself. The power of invocation is effectual at inner levels too, changing conditions there, as well as on earth. Life streams are being blessed there before coming into embodiment again, and many thousands are being released from the necessity of re-embodiment. Life streams are being blessed before coming into embodiment, and many thousands are being released from the necessity of re-embodiment. They have the opportunity to complete the ascension in the inner spheres through training and in preparation in the ascension temples, which have been called forth and built for that purpose. These actions are affecting all planetary evolutions. The redemption of mankind and the earth is through the power of invocation. This service anyone may render. You can do it through the art of decreeing and the willingness so to do impersonally for the good of the whole, to bless all life, to raise everybody up. The service of the seven rays to teach mankind how to draw, qualify, and radiate energy, which is life, in a manner that will increase the glory of the planet and all evolutions on it. An action of the seventh ray in the new age is that of brotherhood among men, as well as the conscious and tangible association between angels, men, and the elementals. The ceremonial ray is expressed through order service. It becomes a ritual of daily life. Daily life. It is the action of rhythmic invocation and radiation. Rhythm comes under this ray. The returning to one's activity of service rhythmically. The rhythmic feeding at or near the same hour daily. The activities and qualities of the seventh ray are rhythmic application, transmutation, invocation, magnetization, radiation, ordered service, diplomacy, courtesy, refinement, and culture. The gentlemen and diplomats come under this ray. The color is violet and purple. The jewel is the amethyst. The Chohan is the ascended master, Saint Germain, who is also the authority for the new age. If you watch Doctor Strange, the movie, it was based off the powers of Saint Germain. I don't know why I was led to add that, but for those who know, didn't know, now you know. Thank you. Thank you for all likes. Thank you for all shares. Thank you for all support. Thank you for the new subscribers. Those of you who have just subscribed, I appreciate it. Thank you for the donations. I thank y'all for coming in this space and giving me your time to share my time. It feels good. It feels beautiful. Continue to feel good for no reason at all. My cash app is $SAIWOODAGOD. That's $Saud I'm gonna bring it back again because I'm led to. The flower of life and the seed of life. That was the day card for study. As always, once again, I thank you for your like, share, and subscribe. And like, share, and subscribe. Share the message, please. If it's helping you, let it help somebody else. And with that, stillness and blessings, love and light, health and wholeness. I love y'all, family. Peace.